So my first 30 days of being a brand new real estate agent. I'm gonna give you guys the ups and the downs that came along with it and everything. But stay tuned and let's get right into this video. Hey everyone, my name is Stephanie Kabidi. I'm a realtor in the state of Pennsylvania with Century 21 Realty Services. And in today's video, I'm gonna tell you guys, what my first 30 days was like as a brand new real estate agent. And let me just start by saying, before we start, give this video a thumbs up, go subscribe if you're not subscribed, turn that bell button on so you guys never miss an upload. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, starting with day number 1. Okay, so day number 1, it was crazy because my license got issued August 5th, but August 6th, the next day, I checked my phone and then I saw it. I was like, oh man, I got my license. And that's crazy because I was waiting like a really long time to get it. It took about 2 weeks when you should have got it like that. And so my first day, I got it at like 7 o'clock that night. So I don't really count that as my first day. But for August 6th, I think that day I came to the office. I was filling out all these papers, doing everything like that. And then after I did all that, you don't feel as comfortable just like calling at the office and doing that because you're new. So you're like, I don't want to be awkward. I don't know, I don't want people listening to my calls if I mess up. Yeah, those thoughts go in your head, right? And after I started filling out all those papers, going over my game plan with the trainer, then I came home, I opened my laptop, got RedX, and I literally hopped on the calls, started making calls. I messed up a lot, so many bad calls, but it helped me, that progress of making calls each and every day. It helped me grow. But yeah, I started making calls, probably made about 40 calls that day. And I just had to take a breather. Because right when you start, it's like, man, I mean, it wasn't a lot of calls, but it's a lot on you just starting like that. So that was fun. And I also made a post on Facebook that I'm a real estate agent, so I was getting a lot of feedback, a lot of congrats and stuff like that. Like I said, you guys need to post on Facebook. Go check out my other videos. But I did that, and that was all in the first day of being a real estate agent. And then I had all these people reaching out to me about networking events, and I went on meetup.com just so I can get in networking events so I can meet more people. Because that's what my trainer told me to do, get on meetup.com so I can start talking to people and networking with more people. So, that whole next week, I was literally so many meetings. The meetings were crazy, like the trainings, meeting, people at like coffee shops, just talking, just so many meetings. So I was really booked up, and I was having trouble finding time to call just because there's a lot of things going on and a lot of learning. Like, you have to learn the contracts, you have so many questions, so it's a lot just going right into the business. But literally the 3rd week of me being in the business, that's when things started picking up. I was calling FISBOs. I was making 200 calls a day, sometimes 400 calls a day. So I have free time. So that's what I do, because when you're a new agent, you have so much free time, other than those trainings, but the free time is there. So there's no excuses to not be making calls. So that's what I did. I made calls. I made sure to get constant contact so I can build my email database and put all those emails into my constant contact and give out a weekly email. So I also worked on that, and I've been really consistent with that, which thank God. So so far I was doing the emails, then I was doing the calls, then I had lots of meetings. So those were like my first 3 weeks. And then I got my first appointment, and this was from a for sale by owner. Great guy, but it was a little nerve-wracking of me going in there. I wasn't scared at all, not nerve-wracking of me going in there and explaining everything and talking like that, because God was with me. But I guess just because it's a random guy, and his wife passed away, so it's just the guy. And it's me. And for us females, a lot of you guys out there, a lot of agents out there, it's scary, and you have to be safe about it, and you have to consider that in your head, like all the possibilities of what could happen. So you have to definitely think about that and be safe. So thank God another agent from our brokerage, he was also new, because they were trying to find someone that could go along with me for that appointment. But he came with me, and everything actually worked out really good. The appointment went well, and built that relationship with that seller, which is great. He's still, you know, on the edge of everything, but I've been consistently contacting him on a weekly basis, just to, you know, keep my contact there, and so he knows I still care and I'm still there to help him whenever he is fully ready to commit to a real estate agent. But on that first appointment, I want to tell you guys that I didn't write down everything I needed to, because I didn't know. I didn't have the knowledge. So when I came back and I went to my brokerage, the company, and I went there and they asked me, how did it go? I said, it went well. And they're asking me all these questions. How did the roof look? How did, what kind of heating system does he have? All this information, what's the condition? And I'm like, man, I didn't even ask him that. I was like, wow, those are good questions I should have asked. But I want to tell you guys, like, for your first appointment, there's gonna be so many questions you're gonna forget to ask. And I even forgot to ask, is there a mortgage? Like, do you still have a mortgage? So don't worry about that. There's gonna be a lot of questions you may forget to ask, but it's gonna come to you. The more appointments you go on, the better you will get. And from then to now, I've been on, you know, a couple more appointments, and I can already see the growth. So I just want to let you guys know, do not be scared. But for you females out there, be protective, be aware of all your surroundings, as well as guys out there. Just because this is a crazy world we live in, so you have to be aware of that. But that was basically my first 30 days. And then also my second week, I did have an open house. And then my third week, I did an open house as well. So those went well. But yeah, those were basically my first 30 days as a brand new real estate agent. Later down the road, a year from now, I'll do my first year as a real estate agent and give you guys more videos, more content with that. But let me know down in the comments what other videos you guys want to see, or what questions you may have, or recommendations. Just let me know and I'd be glad to help. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.